Okay, I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite places in Tokyo, and it's the Miraikan. Miraikan in English is the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation. It's located in an area called Odaiba, and that's an interesting place in itself. It's around the port area, around the mouth of the Sumida River, one of the main rivers in Tokyo. Odaiba actually is interesting because it was built around about 1853 or so, and that was when, for you history buffs, when Commodore Matthew Perry started to knock on the door of Japan and say, open up to trade. But anyway, that was when it started. It started off as just these islands that were meant to block the entrance for ships, etc. Anyway, to get there, you have to cross this bridge here, which is the Rainbow Bridge, and it's an interesting monorail anyway. And you get to see a fair chunk of the Odaiba area, and also that port side of Tokyo. And on a clear day like today, I also was able to see Fujisan. But anyway, there's the Miraikan over in the back there, and it's behind another interesting building, which was the school exchanges building. Anyway, this is one of the attractions inside the building. It's actually a big, large-scale model, which is displaying how the internet works. And so these students here were actually in different spots, A, B, C, D, and E. And 4 balls plus another 4 balls creates a code for a letter. And then as they received those 8 balls, they were able to map out all of the different letters, or characters in this case, to read the message that their friend was sending them. Another one of the attractions is this one, the robots that they have. And they're becoming more lifelike, and they displayed a few of the different kinds of robots that are being created at the moment. Obviously they're getting better and better, but the main attraction is of course this little fella. He's only 130 centimeters tall, but you know, it really is an amazing piece of work. And so there was a big long 15-minute demonstration of how Asimo works, or Ashimo works, and they did it, I think, around about 4 or 5 times during the day. But anyway, I mean, the different kinds of motion that this robot can display is quite amazing. Whether it be running or the fast action, you know, running and then stopping and turning, etc. Hopping, you know, pretty amazing, and it's only getting better and better. There were other kinds of robots in the on this floor as well that were pretty amazing to see as well. A tactile one where you could actually hold a badminton racket and you could watch them play badminton on the screen and actually feel the shots on the handle of the racket as you're watching. And that's particularly useful for the visually impaired people. Well, that was what they were saying in the label there. So Asimo, definitely one of the attractions. Another one which drew a lot of people was the Space Frontier section. And in the Space Frontier section, which is, I think, exploring the frontiers, they had a few different models of craft that have gone into space, life-size models too, and then miniaturized models of some of the interesting science things out there at the moment. For example, the collaboration between CERN with the large CERN and also the one that exists in Japan. I can't remember the name of that one off the top of my head. But one that particularly grabbed my attention was this one here, a different way to model seismic activity. And so this is actually current, as you can see on the screen. And you could also go back to past earthquakes and see just the intensity of the tremors. It's very fascinating stuff, and I mean, it just highlights how incredibly powerful that March 11th, 2011 earthquake and tsunami was. Of course, this doesn't show the tsunami, this is just the earthquake. It really is an interesting museum. It's cheap as well. I think it's around about $6 Australian, and I highly recommend it to anyone visiting and has enough time to do something a little bit different, a little bit away from the popular tourist attractions. The other thing that really I like about it is that the labeling is excellent in English. So there's no, I did not see one mistake at all. So you're not distracted by that at all. So a good museum. Highly recommend it. Check it out. The Miraikan.